and welcome to this episode of Neighbors Cooking. I am your chef and host, Mitch, and we've got a great menu for you tonight. Now, I don't have a guest tonight, but there's lots going on. In the last week, we finally got a Monument Pride flag approved for the city of Palm Springs for our LGBTQ community, and that is going at the front entrance of Arenas and at Indian Canyon, right at the entrance of the Arenas Business District. And I am so excited to be the lead person on this project. And we're going to be doing a lot of fun things for people to be able to help in our fundraising efforts. So keep an eye out on my Facebook, and you'll see things coming up for the fundraising for that flag. But it is going to be amazing. It is a 65-foot monument flagpole with a 20 by 65 foot flag or 20 by 50 foot flag, bigger than the one in Hillcrest. So it's going to be a beautiful flag. It's a great place for it to be. It is our gathering place. Arenas has historically been where our community comes together. So we're so proud to be having this flag come on. But today we're doing a simple recipe. Again, it's 100 and I think it was 115 degrees today. It was crazy hot. So we don't want to heat the kitchen up too much. So we're going to make a Gruyère cream cheese pasta with some mushrooms and some spinach. So I'm going to go over the ingredients with you before we get started, and then we'll start cooking. All right, Joe, we've got some olive oil. We've got a couple of cloves of garlic. We've got some yellow onion, cream cheese, nutmeg, spinach, mushrooms, some lemon that we're going to use for some lemon juice, some half and half, and about 2 cups of shredded chicken, rotisserie chicken. And all I did was go to Costco and buy rotisserie chicken, let it cool down, and shred it up just the white meat. So that's what's going to go into it. We're going to shred up some Gruyère cheese, and it's just going to be delicious, and it's coming in under 700 calories. So it's going to be delicious and a lot of fun. So we got to start off by getting our pasta cooked. Now I know usually I use a fresh pasta. We're using a rigatoni in this case, so we're going to start that right away. So I've got that in some boiling water, almost boiling water. Because that's going to take about 15 minutes to cook, and we want it to be done just about the time we finish our recipe here. So we're going to start off with heating our pan up here in the front. Still haven't gotten used to where all these knobs are on my new stove. Again, thank you LG for a beautiful new stove. I use it all the time. Now, this is an easy meal, but when you're thinking about cooking and prepping your food, you want to think about what you're going to cook for the week. As a private chef, I do a lot of food prep for clients that are going to be eating throughout the week. So if I'm going to buy, for instance, a rotisserie chicken, I've got to think of a couple of recipes that I can use all of that chicken in. Especially when I'm cooking just for one person or 2 people, we don't want any of that food to go to waste. So think about your week of food. Think about what you can make. You can buy that rotisserie chicken, and sure, you can slice it up and have the rotisserie chicken for dinner, but think about the different things that you can put in it. I also want to share with you, we got our new website up. Yay! So www.neighborscooking.net, and it is a beautiful website. It has all of our recipes, links to all of our shows, and ways that you can help support our community, and also ways to get in touch with me. So check it out, www.neighborscooking.net, and you will see all of the wonderful things we're doing here in our community and with our foodie community, and I hope that you will join us on that website.
Now, can we rent you? Are we available to rent you?
I can be rented. Joe. So the question is, can people hire me for private chefs? And yes, they can. So I mostly do people that are coming into town that have rented an Airbnb for the week or the weekend or the month, and they want to have a chef come in and have a chef experience. Those are so much fun because I get to cook with you, we'll work on a menu, and I'm pretty inexpensive when it comes to private chefs. I charge $50 an hour plus the cost of food. So it's very reasonable, and you can have a lot of fun. So if you're interested, go to the website, get in touch with me, and we will make it happen, all right? Thank you for asking, Joe. How are you?
I'm great.
You're on vacation?
I am. 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Yeah.
5 weeks. Must be nice. So Starbucks, then you have 5 weeks off. So we're going to start by getting our oil hot. We've got a couple of tablespoons of olive oil that we're going to put in there. And I'm going to move some of these ingredients out of my way because we're going to cut them up and use them in different ways. So let's start off with our onions. So I've already sliced the onions into thin slices. This is a yellow onion. We're just going to cut this in half and half again. And you all know that little bark. It's my little Benny making noise saying, Dad, I want some. You will wait. We're going to put our garlic in. So remember, you don't want to burn your garlic. So we're going to turn, because we're using this cookware from Gordon Ramsay, Hexclad, it gets very hot. It gets much hotter than normal cookware. So you don't, if you would normally cook on a medium heat, you want to cook it on a medium-low heat because of the way the pans are designed. So we'll start off with our garlic and our onion. Let me turn that up just a little bit. And our onion. And we're going to start that just cooking away. We're going to get a little caramelization on the onions. And it's only going to take probably 2 or 3 minutes. While that's cooking, we're going to slice up some of our Gruyère cheese. If you don't like Gruyère, you could use Swiss. You want a cheese with some flavor. If you use a mozzarella or something, you're not getting any added dimension or depth to it. Also, when you're thinking about your cheese, don't let it come to room temperature if you want to grate it, because you're going to end up not being able to grate it. And we're going to use the bigger grater on this side of our grating tool. I love this tool because it keeps everything in its little compartment. And we're going to cut up about a half a cup of this cheese. So let's see where we're at. Nice and pretty. We'll cut up a little bit more. So like I said, you can experiment with cheeses, but you want something that has some flavor, some depth to it. So Parmesan isn't going to cut it. None of the Parmesan cheeses, so you want something a little bit more aged. Not a cheddar cheese, because that's going to be regrettable in this dish. So there we go, right about a half a cup, maybe a little bit more, cup of our Gruyère cheese. We've got our onions over here sautéed nicely with our garlic. So Joe, what are you going to do with your 5 weeks off?
Relax.
Relax.
Maybe lay by the pool.
Like you need more color.
I'm sure you'll have some projects for me.
I'm sure I will, actually. Joe's an amazing friend. He's helped me with the show. He helps me with Pride. And just about any project that I do, he is on board to help me out, and I appreciate it so much. You know, when you're working on these things in our communities, you can't do it all, so you need to find other people willing to put in the time for free. And that's what volunteers do, if we work for free. But, you know, you get so much out of it. I know you do, Joe.
Yeah.
And it just gives you a sense of community. I heard that they announced the LCD new classes today.
Yeah, Leadership Coachella Valley,
Yeah.
class at 2026.
So one of my friends, I know Jason from the animal shelter is going to be in the class, so congratulations, Jason. And I haven't seen the rest of the list. Have you?
Well, I helped vote.
Okay, so who else do we know?
I don't know a lot this year.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
just
right,
Jason.
so Jason from the shelter,
Yeah.
animal shelter. Nice. Well, Jason, you're going to have an amazing time, as are all of you. When you complete this class, you're going to find that you have this connection to a community and to the valley that you live in, and so much information about what makes the valley operate. From our water, to our gas, to our electricity, to our parks, to our farms, to our government, transportation. It's a never-ending source of knowledge, but really the most important thing you take away from it, besides this connection you get with our valley, is the connection you get with the 45 people that are in your class. They will be your forever friends, as will hundreds of other people that have completed our leadership class. and it gives you a connection to people that will allow you to be more successful in our community. People you can call on for their expertise that they will gladly share, and so, you know, it is an amazing experience. And leadership is something that leadership happens in every city. So there's Leadership Columbus, Leadership Dallas, Leadership Austin. They're all over the country, so if you look into it, find someone who's been to the program and get involved in it, you will have an experience that will keep you connected for the rest of your life. Especially if you're old. So we've got that going, then we're going to add in our mushrooms into our onions. These are just sliced baby bellas. And we'll get those going. What I liked about this recipe is it's just very simple. Prep time was about 10 minutes. Just a little bit of slicing, dicing, plus running to the grocery store. But very simple. Get that cooked down. Let's turn this heat up just a little bit more. So we're going to keep that going for a few more minutes. Whoops. Oh. I'm trying to think of what else is new and exciting going on in town here. It's summer, so nobody's here.
Yeah.
It is super hot, but you know, things are starting to gear up. We've got the Equality Walk happening on October 25th for Palm Springs Pride. It's our first Equality Walk, and it's going to be a great success. We've got the flag coming. We've got Palm Springs Pride coming up in November. And it all seems like it just happened, that we just closed the books on it, and now we're starting again, Joe.
I know.
So, better get that Starbucks coffee ready. I think Joe's going to have a little more responsibility this year.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So I'm still waiting to hear if I've been made executive director of Palm Springs Pride. Had my final interview. You would think that I would just get it, right?
Because you're so fabulous.
So fabulous. But it's been actually a very sincere effort by our board and president to make sure that there's a great selection of people that they got to choose from. I, of course, know I was the best selection, but, you know, we'll see what happens. But I have good feelings about it. I kind of have tried not to think too much about it, but I'm kind of feeling good. So, here's hoping. Don't send any more letters to my boss, Ron, who was tired of all the letters he got.
Oops.
Whoops. Who knew? So, we've got our onions in here, we've got our mushrooms, and the next thing we're going to add in is our cream cheese. So this is about 4 ounces of cream cheese. And we're going to start letting that mix into our concoction here. And we're going to for sure turn this down a little. Oops. There you go, Benny. Your first taste.
Gone.
It's a mushroom, and it's gone. So we've got that cream cheese melting down. Beautiful. We've got the pasta cooking up. Let's give it a little stir. Yes, I just used the same utensil. That's all right. All right. And now we're going to add our Gruyère cheese. And let that start to melt in. Gruyère cheese can be a little expensive, but today when I was shopping, I found a block on sale for half price, so I grabbed it. And this looks like it's a little thick, so I'm going to add in a little bit of my pasta water into it. And if I need more, I can put more. I can also put some chicken broth or chicken stock into it to kind of make that velvety consistency that we want. And that's looking really nice. We're going to add a little bit more water, I think. And the reason on using the water from the pasta is because it creates a natural connection to the pasta. When we put this all together, it makes the sauce stick to the pasta because of the starch. So it's reattracted to what it came out of. So look at that, it's beautiful, creamy. Turn this down a little bit more. We're going to add a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. And keep that going. I think our pasta might not be done before the sauce is done, and then I gotta like make something up to talk about. That's all right. Get a little spoon and taste this and see how it's doing. Always taste your food before you let other people taste your food. Oh my gosh. So that cheese is spectacular in this sauce. All right, so then we're going to add our nutmeg. Just adds a nice little flavor to it. This is almost, you could use this sauce as a beef stroganoff sauce also, really. It's a little different than a beef stroganoff, but that nutmeg we just added into it is going to change that flavor profile a little. Really good. Got a little bit more water in it. It's getting a little too thick. And the pasta noodle. There we go. And then the last bit we're going to add into this is our heavy cream. Not heavy cream, half and half. Sorry. You could certainly use heavy cream, but we're just trying to keep the calorie count down here. Blend all that together. And continue to get this beautiful, smooth, creamy sauce. Looks really good. Taste. Oh wow. That nutmeg completely changed the entire profile for us. Now we're going to add in our chicken. So I'm putting in about, well, the 2 breasts that came off the rotisserie chicken, so it's probably about 2 cups. Shredded, you just let it cool down when you debone it, and then just blend this all in. So the chicken will get hot again. If it continues to get thick, you're just going to add more water, or in this case, I think I'm going to add some chicken stock. Bone broth in this case. And let that. I'm going to put my little. Always losing something. All right, there we go. Because of the cheese, this continues to get thick. You don't want it to be too thick. You want it to be velvety or silky, which means just not lumpy and smooth. There we go. Still need more. And what is velvety and smooth to you might not be velvety and smooth to me, but at the end of the day, you want something that's a consistency that's not too thin, not too thick, that is going to attach to the pasta that we're making, and it's almost done. Final pieces. We're going to put a little bit of lemon juice right out of our lemons, out of the backyard here. On the top. Save the other half for your garnish. We're going to add in some spinach. The spinach and the mushrooms are optional. If you don't want spinach, don't add it. you don't want mushrooms, don't add it. This is about a cup of chopped up spinach. It's going to really reduce down once it gets into this heat. It just adds a nice green and another healthy component. Your kids won't care it's green or spinach, they won't even know. There you go. And it's still pretty thick. Let's add a little bit more chicken stock. So at this point I've added about a cup of extra chicken stock to keep it smoothing out. Because of the cheeses, it's just going to continue to thicken up. And if you end up having to store some of this, when you reheat it, you can again add some chicken stock into it to thin it out. And now we are going to get to the good part. I think this rigatoni's cooked. Let me see. Pasta will take forever to cook if you overcrowd your pan. And that is perfect. So we'll drain this out. I'm just going to put it back into the pot that we boiled it out in and add the sauce on top of it. Throw it in there. Mix it together. There we go. Tasty too. And we will do Joe, you want to be my taste tester today?
Sure.
All right. Parsley for garnish on top. And a little lemon wedge, just because it looks nice. And Joe, come on around.
Hungry.
Hungry. Hot. This makes me not feel like hot food. Good?
Oh yeah.
Sauce is nice, huh?
Yeah, it's not super heavy.
Yeah, it's a very light sauce.
Yeah, I like
Great
it.
for summer. All
Yeah.
right. So that is our recipe tonight. You'll find it on our Facebook page and on our YouTube page. Please check out our YouTube page and follow us, like us, share us as always. And thank you for joining us again here in the kitchen. It's always a great opportunity to be with you. And remember, there's always a place for you at our table. We'll see you next week. Have a great week.